Duncan, Matt Berry back with you here on SportsCenter. So the National Baseball Hall of Fame's collection of archives includes many of the iconic moments in the history of the sport. A list that now includes an episode from the longest-running American TV show in history. Did you know it's been 25 years since Homer Simpson was the hero in a scripted softball game alongside 9 Major League All-Stars? E60 tells the story of how Homer made it to Cooperstown through behind-the-scenes tales and interviews with the people behind the now enshrined episode. Here's Bob Costas. What I find most interesting about this is like the kids at home that are like, yeah, no, super familiar with The Simpsons, but who's Daryl Strawberry?
Right.
Right?
Wade Boggs, Jose can, well, they know Jose can for the wrong reason.
Yeah, correct.
I was in, what, 7th or 8th grade when that episode came out?
I wouldn't know. I didn't know you then, were you?
I think so.
Okay.
22 years ago? Was that the math? 25, would you say?
I said
I didn't pay attention to your lead-in.
25, clearly.
I don't do math.
I think I was in the 4th grade.
We're in TV because math wasn't our strong suit.
Correct.
You know who's baseball strong suit? Jessica Mendoza. She's coming up next. Talk a little Aaron Judge and Sunday Night Baseball between the Red Sox and Yankees. That more still ahead on SportsCenter. Noon Eastern here on SportsCenter, Sunday morning, 9 a.m. out west. Hello, Scottsdale, Arizona.
Always.
5 p.m. in the UK. And I say that because that's where Michael Collins, the caddy, will join us from this hour.
Yes, Matt Berry, I'm Elle Duncan. That's also where Roger Federer was in pursuit of his 19th Grand Slam title. And if you prefer speed over substance, let's go to Vegas where we bring in our Shelly Smith. And Shelly, you know, a lot's been made about the heightened interest in the Summer League as evident by the ratings, but you've been in Vegas, you're on the ground floor. What's the atmosphere like in person? I agree with you. And for the record, I would say it's lit, but I'm pretty sure the kids have moved on from something beyond that as well.
Okay.
I think they've probably moved on from that
well,
too.
I wouldn't know.
Exactly. It doesn't matter, girl. So you've mentioned Lonzo Ball, and I just mentioned what he's doing on the court. He's flirting with averaging a triple-double. But we've been talking a whole lot about what he's wearing on the court. What do you make of Shoe Watch 2017? Look, when it comes to my son, he could play barefoot and still ball out. I would love to see if he'd play in those toe sock shoe things, right? With the feet, the creepy ones.
There you go.
Then I'd be
awesome.
all in. Shelly Smith with the latest on Summer League semifinal action today. Thanks, Shelly. All right, still to come on this hour of SportsCenter, Ricky Craven's here to tell us what Dale Jr. needs to do to get himself in the chase in his final season. We're also going to head to England to see how confidential our caddy is on the other side of the pond. Dare I say, a lot of fish and chips were probably consumed. And will the Redskins and Kirk Cousins beat the buzzer on a new deal before tomorrow? Jeremy Fowler on whether Cousins might just be starting a new trend for quarterbacks. Stay right here. All right, we are here back on SportsCenter. I'm Elle Duncan, Matt Berry with us as well, and joined by Ricky Craven. We're talking a little NASCAR, and specifically Dale Earnhardt Jr., who is looking to climb up the standings today as NASCAR heads to New Hampshire. Ricky, it's not exactly the farewell season that we thought that it would be in terms of what he's doing on the actual track. What does he need to do to find his way into the playoff? Way into the playoffs. Jimmy Johnson doesn't have to worry about that. He is all locked in, pursuing a record 8th title. But I want you to play, spoiler alert, give me some drivers who could play upset.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, like playing off.
Undoubtedly today, that's going to be Joey Logano, who's the hometown kid. He's from Connecticut, right? So it's the hometown track for him, as it is for you. New Hampshire is because you're a Maine kid. I don't know if you know this though, but I too have plenty.
Months ago on the highway.
All right.
In your Maserati.
Thank you, Ricky Crave. That's certainly a lie.
You don't remember
Hondas
me?
or Maserati.
I was in a '64 Ford station wagon.
Is that what you were
blew
doing?
by me.
Yeah, you were doing the National Lampoon thing. Ricky Craven telling all the secrets, but also filling us in on what's happening in NASCAR. If you ever need any tips, I'm just saying. I'm an expert. All right. Pretty sure he was wearing circulation hose as well.
Yeah.
All right, Mayweather and McGregor hitting the press conference circuit, concluding Friday in London. Mike Wise from the undefeated. Deadline for a long-term contract looming tomorrow. 4 p.m. Eastern is the deadline. Let's bring in our NFL insider, Jeremy Fowler. And we've heard Kirk Cousins say, listen, I'm pretty comfortable playing for the 2nd straight year under the franchise tag. And why not? You're getting a lot of money. No doubt. But how's that going to impact quarterback contracts in the future?
Well, Cousins on this sort of...
You and Andrew Luck, who has not been able to stay healthy, it's quite a gamble to bet on yourself. But again, we see every single year these quarterbacks set new trends in terms of what the market will pay. Derek Carr set it this year, so we'll see what happens with Kirk Cousins again. That long-term contract deadline looming 4 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Jeremy Fowler with the latest on what's facing the Skins. It's incredible, and we actually heard Federer say to Tom Rinaldi a little earlier in the show that he had absolutely no idea he was going to win 2 Grand Slam titles this year, especially when you consider what happened to him 12 months ago at Wimbledon. It's really just incredible.
Especially in tennis, too. We tend to write the stars off so quickly when they get into their early 30s, much less their mid-30s to late 30s. So Roger Federer, on behalf of a couple of mid-30-year-olds, higher 30s, thank you for letting us know that we still have something left in our prime. Still ahead on SportsCenter. You saw me with Bob Ross a minute ago. We're going to explain why, plus how old is too old. That and more coming up.
Are you interested in that, Bob Ross?
We are, but we're not just obsessed with the late, great Bob Ross. The greatness of minor league baseball promotions, which Elle is on full display right now. Class A Reds affiliate, the Daytona Tortugas.
Yeah. They had Bob Ross night.
Yes, they're stopping there. They're going to host Sager Strong night this Friday, paying tribute to Craig Sager with jerseys befitting Sager's style. Members of the Sager family are going to be there to benefit Sager Strong Foundation. Vince Carter's going to be there. We're going to have a full crew there. We're going to have a live report coming up on Saturday from what happened on Friday. We are certainly looking forward to that. Sager Strong for the Tortugas, who are doing minor league promotions just as good as anybody in baseball.
They really are. One of the reasons that we put this in the show, and it takes us right into our How Old is Too Old, is because little known fact that this young swinger, Matt Berry here, is a member of the Bob Ross fan club on Facebook.
I am.
He proudly showed me the Facebook page the other day.
I have a Bob Ross t-shirt.
Yes, he's quite obsessed. And it leads me to my question of, how old is too old to join a fan club? Fan club, and you go, you like show, like you get the emails and you get the free access to like exclusive fan club events.
I would say 16. Yeah.
Do you have to then remove yourself from the fan club?
Absolutely not. As long as you're under the line. As long as you're under the line, you can be in a fan club.
So you're grandfathered in?
Yes, but let me get something straight.
So you do like paint by numbers?
What am I, Todd from Wedding Crashers?
So many things.
Oh, would that make you happy?
Dad!
Elle and Matt, another Sunday. Hope you're better off for it. The Battle of the Network Stars is coming up next, of which we will never be invited. White House versus lawyers coming up.
Nope.
Elle's going to go play with the bobblehead.
It's true. Continue to play with it.